So, welcome back to Level Up TV at levelupthegame.net. This is ClanBase EuroCup 26 play versus skywalkers. It's 1-0 to play already. Second map, Limbus, I'm Disrepute, with 4. Let's start off following Bugatti of this one. Railgun grab. And machine gun battle with Sentia, though he is actually going to lose out, but he didn't drop the weapon.
Yeah, I mean, he had no chance there. It wasn't just Sentia machine gunning him, but Puri as well. But look, MDF really, really putting a lot of pressure there. That's a good start. I mean, that's 3 kills to 1.
Interesting, Nunk does have 72 armor, but his teammate wouldn't give him the weapon. Oh, he'll just take it by fragging him.
Fair enough.
You'd do that, Paul, wouldn't you?
Well, perhaps I'd consider it.
Because that would look pretty accidental. Sky in a good position for this quad. We don't know the time of the first one, of course. They will never have a timer up on the side, but time it based on the pickup time. 2 minutes later. Oh, that is a great bit of rocket play by Nunk, and the shotgun. There it is, drop for Piz. Could do with the weapon, bring the weapon closer. That's a vulnerable position to drop it, very much in the line of sight of every angle that could shoot him. Yellow armor, lightning gun. It's worked out pretty well actually. Piz hanging around that area. Whoa!
That's great rocket.
But ironically, pushing him right down to the position that his teammate was probably calling him to go to. Oh, really wanted a good lock on that. Picks up 2 frags. Quads run out at the wrong time. Great railing by Puri. I'll tell you what, that's something we saw against Plan B. How many times did Puri eliminate a quad?
Yeah, indeed. When it comes to railing the quad, Puri is hitting his shots. It's just... Now, I noticed it on Purgatory as well. Not hitting good rail on the last map, but he's hitting it when it counts.
Optimised at the moment. They have just taken that lead. What are the key areas of the map for Limbus? New for this season, of course. Still evolving, but what have we seen that you would suggest is the ideal areas?
Well, we're seeing different teams have success playing different styles. I mean, we've seen some teams work really nicely from the yellows and the mega, but then we've also seen a lot of teams having success at the red, so it depends on what teams prefer doing. I think that, we're certainly still seeing the optimum ways to play on this map are evolving over time. It's a very new map, so things will change a lot.
It probably goes without saying that you still need the weapons, and so that railgun area is going to be important. The lightning gun by the quad is going to be important. But hey, Nunk, where he is now, this yellow armor and rocket, it's sort of an interconnecting place between the 2 areas you would mostly occupy. So, good area to get a little stack up.
Yeah, and I think that rail is a key contest point because both sides of the map have good access to it, and it is such an important weapon.
Senti taking that pretty cleanly, actually. Wow. Surprised.
Yeah, only really one kill had to be made to secure that.
Gonna grab himself a rocket and the lightning gun. Good route taken there. Nunk just effectively committed suicide to him. Not sure he had any idea the quad was there, though.
This is a good sign, though. He's only found 1 player so far, so skywalkers are doing a good job this time of avoiding this quad.
Getting caught out. Senti's still looking for those frags. Only 2 frags on the run.
Well, he made 3, but one of them was at the quad. But that was a nice avoidance. We like to see that. You saw that his run never really got going because I saw in the Mammoth Sito game that at times it was just far too easy to kill people with quad.
It's a balancing act as well. It's getting caught out here. Multiple players did a lot of damage, but did lose out. Eventually, Mobus. Thomas getting that rail away. Diving on the quad Bugatti. Has he completely mistimed it by a minute?
Well, that was bizarre. I mean, what reason did he have to do that? I really don't understand that move. I mean, you see that many players will play at the quad.
Did he just think, oh, they're all there, it must be quad soon, I'll take a punt and dive on it?
I doubt he thought that, but it's still quite unusual.
Yeah, this is one of the things you learn as you develop in TDM, is make sure you do not just give away loads of cheap frags. As soon as you stop doing that, then the score differences are so much closer, even if you are the losing team.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're at a disadvantage, this early in the game, you really shouldn't be losing by 25 frags.
That was a good position for Mobius, just covering that rail gun. He can spam off in the distance as well, but I wouldn't say it's the perfect position. But he's done a good job of it. Quad is grabbed by Sky in the end though. Mobius does eliminate it, so he did a lot of damage around the area, Mobius.
Yeah, it was a good position in the fact that you could see that the quad, it wasn't even in his mind that someone was firing in from above, and it was actually Mobius who did eventually get that kill.
So he's just trying to pierce the lightning gun in hand. He's now got a yellow armor to his name. See what route he takes. He seemed quite accustomed to this lower area route.
The only thing I can say, if you just watch, you know, the way he was moving then, it was like he wasn't 100% decisive on what he was going to do. And I go back to, you know, looking at someone like Zyrinx in the previous game where, you know, he always looks so assured of what he's doing. You can see at the moment there, you know, it's gone this way because he heard someone, but it wasn't what he was originally planning to do.
Yeah, you got to have these objectives set, really, haven't you, and fixed, so you just know what to do at all times.
I mean, this is a nice ambush position, but at the moment there's nothing really happening here for him.
There we go, getting the spawn on Optimizer. Does get the frag. He's got low LG ammo though, so he's going to have to back off. That yellow is up. And the lightning gun, so he's worked this area pretty effectively. Really not hitting his early shots with the lightning gun, wasting a lot of that to connect.
Yeah, these aren't efficient kills. I mean, you'll see some players who can get, you know, 3 and a bit kills easily with a full clip of lightning gun, and you know he's picked up 1 so far.
Does catch out Senti. 20 seconds until the next quad. They want to start bringing the scoreline back. It looks like they've stemmed the flow of frags a little bit. That's a good chunk of damage to Optimize. In fact, he only left him with 5 health. 1 more cell would have taken him out.
Yeah, but they've got the kills and they're in position at the quad.
This guy rushing in probably could be caught out here against 3 players. He is eventually fragged, but Mobius coming in with the stack. In fact, he didn't have enough health to survive it out.
Yeah, and he had 30 or so health, so it's unfortunate. He had good armor, as you said, and for a bit more health, he might have been able to actually fight his way out of that quad.
Still, he stole it away from Skywalker. If you're not going to get the quad, you either steal it or limit.
Yeah, you could see that on the POV I was watching, it did look like Puri was on his own there, but the actual fact is Skywalker's just had those kind of perimeter positions, and you know, even though Puri was kind of in trouble against those 3 players, his teammates were still able to support, and you know, they did come away with that quad.
Gatti does have lightning gun to utilise in this red armour area. In fact, a lot of the players we've been following have not been in this red armour area, so it's good to see a little bit of play around it. It's going to be up in a couple of seconds. And Bugatti does grab that. The rocket launcher is up. We're going to have a look at the scoreboard quickly. 13-5 on the reds, though, in favour of play. They're ahead in the yellows, just behind the megas. Suggests the upper ground occupied by play, and the basement area being the home of Skywalkers. Good shotgun work, nice dodging while he did that as well.
Yeah, this is good work by Bugatti. Should easily secure the next red for his team, so they can start to... Well, actually, no, I don't think they took it. There was a late attack by play, and I think Optimizer came away with that red.
Perfect timed. I was a bit surprised by his choice of route there, though, to drop down and go underground.
Yeah, with the red coming up, and you know, you can expect that play still had the time on it, so there could have been a late rush, and as we saw, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, there's one more red. Optimizer in his customary defensive position up above. Nice rockets! Really, really well placed. 1 in 8. Rushing in. This could still be anyone's, but it looks like player in a good position for it. His steaming in, it doesn't manage to get it. Senti straight out the room as well, that's wise play.
Oh man, God, how did he hit Puri?
Wow, strange. Anyway, he does cut some good rail frags.
Puri was around the corner and all he could see was his enemy, it looked like.
Rushing back to the quad area and trying to get underground as quick as possible. Going for those arrogant point-blank range rails.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch someone go for a rail quad run.
Especially
it kind of paid off.
Historic caliber of Senti. Oh what
wow.
an amazing place
The
rocket.
placement on that was absolute
It's like a
perfection.
micro adjustment. Oh, that was so good. Whoa, that wasn't good. 40 frags is the margin though. Very comfortable at this halfway stage, and I think it was around this on the first map, this kind of score difference at the halfway stage as well.
Yeah, it was. They maintained 40 for most of Purgatory. You know, it just fluctuated slightly.
Colin Piers, I mean, running around these yellows. Do you think this is a strong area though, the running of the yellows? I mean, we've seen teams play it effectively, but...
I think the way Zyrex was playing it, where he was going quickly between all those items, so he was covering a lot of ground, which, you know, maximises the chances of him running into people. I don't know about just hanging around the yellows like this. This, to me, doesn't seem that effective.
You definitely want as fewer people controlling those items as possible as well, because it's not a high combat area, is it? I mean, the red is the challenging zone, so against most teams at least. So if you're going to have one yellow player there, he has to rush them quick and be able to control both, really, and the Mega if possible. There we go, a pod picked up by Senti, lightning gun in hand as well. He's picked up 2 frags straight off the bat, moving straight back to quad as he heard his teammates under threat. Didn't need his help though. And to red. Oh. Got caught out there. Can move right back up to the red armor area again. MDF obliterated. Can have so many frags with these runs across these 2 maps.
Yeah, nice quad run yet again from Senti. Really is looking like a potential mercy limit now, I think. We're only 21 frags away from that, and the score is accelerating at quite a rate. I mean, on the 10-minute mark, the difference was 40. And 2 minutes later, the difference is 60.
It's pretty relentless in their play.
Play?
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. They're looking, I mean, even against this is weaker opposition, of course, and what some of the teams they've lost to already, but they just look a hell of a lot sharper. And, you know, I kind of felt that when they played this map against... who did they lose this to? Plan B. When they lost this map to Plan B, I kind of felt that they were far too passive. Now, they had control of the red armor in that game, but their level of aggression that we're seeing in this map from them, it wasn't there in that game against Plan B.
I think Sky definitely feel that they are aggressive in this one for sure, as you say. Well,
Yeah, closing in on 70 frags, the difference.
80 is the mercy limit, the limit at which we stop the game and say no team could ever come back from an 80 frag margin.
I think that's fair
enough.
In the current map pools, that there is no chance of coming back from 80 frags.
There's the quad damage. It's going to go to play. Oh, Nunk almost grabbed it. Senti does. That's great dodging around the pillar. Very experienced play there. He knew he was going to take machine gun damage, picks up the hell just slowly round the corner.
That tiny burst of lightning gun there was just enough to push him off that pillar.
And already he's got 4 frags in this run. Make that 5. It's going to be 6 on Piers. 7 off the spawn.
And he needs one more kill for Mercy.
There you go. Mercy limit with a quad run.
And that was quite a quad to finish.
Exceptional play by Senti there. Star performer of the map.
Yeah, no doubt about it.